Salute from San Antonio. I was on a roll. I was doing really well with the introduction, and then I realized I wasn't recording. Straight from the webcam to wherever you are. This is something different, obviously, because we're out of natural sunlight. It's after 9 p.m. in San Antonio. I don't know how to edit these videos, so it's just straight from the webcam. And the webcam is easier than the iPhone, so. There are 4 options. They're pictured in the thumbnail. Option 1 is a taco. Option 2 is a cheeseburger. Option 3 is a Korean corn dog. And cuatro, option 4 is a salad. So, messages from God. Take a deep breath. Take a swig of the beverage if you got one. Make your selection. Yeah, we're rolling. I have a whole new respect for drag queens and rodeo clowns. My great uncle Buzz, a fellow Aquarian, he was a rodeo clown. He was a badass. They are cheating death. They're gambling with death with all this makeup on and clown wigs. So props to rodeo clowns worldwide. When it gets to 1:51, that'll be the timestamp for option 1. Yeah, if you chose option 1, the taco, here is your reading. So before I get to the messages from God, and by God, I don't mean the God of the Old Testament. I don't mean the God who destroyed things and asked for sacrifices. I mean the God who has a sense of humor. Before I get to the messages from God, I'll be pulling 6 tarot cards from the, I call it the Tiger Tarot deck. I think it's Tres de Oros or Tres de Dios. I don't know. I don't want to bother with the details. I just want to get to it. I don't keep the boxes or the little white books. I mean, I put the little white books somewhere, but I don't refer to the little white books. I have a video at this channel, burn the little white books. Yeah. Okay, so before I get to the messages from God, this wig is distracting as fuck, but I don't want to yank it off my head and dispel the illusion that I'm trying to create here. 6 cards for option 1, the taco. Mas. Cuatro de copas. 4 cups. Diez de bastos. I'll probably be burping on camera, so just roll with it. Diez de bastos, 10 of wands. This is my second beer of the evening. Cinco de oros, 5 of pentacles. Cuatro de bastos, 4 of wands. Caballo de copas, 9 of cups. La justicia, justice. So if you chose option 1, if you chose the taco, it could be that you're going through it right now. There is some drama. There is some toxicity around you. You feel like you're being bombarded. You feel like it's you against the world. yeah, we have the two biggest red flags in the deck in this spread, the Four of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. You're feeling cheated. You're wondering, where's your good news? Where's your party? Where's the love? You're not feeling the love. You're not feeling connected to source. Okay? You could have a lot of cardinal energy in your natal chart. You may have Sun in Cancer, Aries rising, Moon in Capricorn. That's all cardinal. That's one possibility of many. You like feeling like you're in control of things, and right now you're feeling like, despite all your best efforts, things are not going the way they need to go in your life. You have to admit that you are powerless. That's the first step, they say. AA talk. You have to accept that you're living on this planet, Earth School they call it, and it's fuck all. You're surrounded by chaos. One minute you're having a fuck picnic, a taco picnic in Albuquerque. You're deeply in love and it's mutual. You're with someone and you're best friends and you're closing down the bar and you're toasting each other with cerveza, margaritas, tequila, whatever. And it just feels really fucking good to be alive. The next, you're driving across Texas looking for a motel. Everything you own packed in Walmart bags. I don't know. You get so alone at times, it just makes sense. Bukowski. Maybe you hate poetry. Maybe you don't read much. Whenever I publish a video of this channel talking about books, it goes over like a lead balloon, like my latest. The video I just uploaded about an hour and a half ago, where I read excerpts from a couple of books, and I didn't select monetization for that video, and it'll probably get maybe 100 views at the most. I made a link in the community section, a link to my blog, Chupacabra Disco, Chupacabra Disco, where I pimp my own ride, I promote my books, and that never really goes over well with this channel. So it's all about the tarot, the astrology. Pick a card, pick any card. You want to hear random messages from God, don't you? Okay. This is a really thick deck. The Leo X and I had a joke. This running joke for years. When you go into Barnes and Noble, the poetry section is usually the section that's closest to the bathrooms. People don't like poetry. A lot of people don't like poetry. But Charles Bukowski has been dead since 1994, and people are still stealing his books from libraries, and people are still buying his books. He had Sun in Leo, Moon in Virgo. That's all I remember. He had Sun in Leo, Moon in Virgo, because I have Moon in Virgo. Okay, 6 cards, messages from God for pile 1. What does God want to communicate? Oh, this is odd. This goes to another deck. Yes, big success is on the way. This is my yes, no disco deck. It's available at makeplaincards.com, but that's good. Big success is on the way, so look forward to that. Okay, now here's the thing. If you've watched my videos for a while, you know, because I talk about myself a lot, I was brought up Southern Baptist in Texas. I've grappled with Christianity most of my life. I don't grapple with it lately. I'm not a Christian. I'm spiritual, not religious, as they say. But I still love the Baptist hymns that I learned. And this is my favorite. This is from my favorite hymn ever. It is well with my soul. I can't sing, but I sing anyway. My sin, oh the bliss of this glorious thought. My sin not in part, but the whole, is nailed to the cross, and I bear it no more. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, oh my soul. The hardest times of my life, when I'm the most heartbroken, I'm the most downtrodden, I sing that song. Okay. Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin, he will wait until you give yourself to him. The Killing Moon, Echo and the Bunnymen. Oh no, this is no, I didn't say what it is. This is Lyrical Oracle. Yeah, I obviously made these cards myself. Lyrical Oracle. You can't start a fire. You can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Bruce Springsteen, the boss. He's a Libra. Time to take out the trash. This is Virgo season. Timeless reading, but as I do this, we're in Virgo season. I'm looking at the calendar on the wall. September 1st, 2023. Friday. A lot of ass-kicking transits. So the sun obviously is in Virgo. We just had the full moon in Pisces. The moon's either in Pisces or Aries right now. Mercury's being a little bitch, retrograde in Virgo. Neptune's always a little bitch, retrograde in Pisces. Pluto's a little bitch, retrograde in Capricorn. Saturn's a little bitch. I don't know if it's retrograde or not, but it's a little bitch. Transiting Pisces. Mars is doing its Mars thing in Libra. But yeah, Virgo season is an excellent time to declutter, clean, organize, donate shit you don't need or want to Goodwill, just throw it away, whatever. Establish new habits and routines, just breathe in, breathe out, namaste all day, every day. ENTP. My love language is bring me better drugs. And ENTP was the catalyst for me starting Siren Tarot. I thought he was my divine masculine. I went down the twin flame rabbit hole. He has Sun and Mars in Gemini, Mercury in Taurus. Sagittarius rising, moon in Pisces. I can't sing, but I sing anyway. Each night before you go to bed, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me, my baby, and tell all the stars above, this is dedicated to the one I love. Life will never be exactly like we want it to be, but I can be satisfied. Just know when you love me, there's one thing I want you to do, especially for me, and it's something that everybody needs. So if the cupboard is bare, you're not finding the matches at Tinder or Match.com or eHarmony or OkCupid, whatever. The DMs have dried up at Instagram. No one is choosing you. No one is deciding on you. Choose yourself. Decide on yourself. It's easier and harder than it sounds. I bought this book a few years ago. I bought 2 different versions of the book. I got the hardcover, I guess the first edition, the first edition, and I got a paperback. Love yourself like your life depends on it, because it does. There's this thing, I did it for a while and I stopped doing it, where you just look in a compact mirror and you say stuff like, I love the fuck out of you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Love yourself. Decide on yourself. Create more than you consume. I mean, that's what has always worked for me. That's what anchors me to the planet, is creating more than I consume. So that's what I have for pile 1. I hope that helps. Entertains, educates, elucidates. I am always available for private readings. All the info's in the box below. Thanks for watching. Peace out. If you chose the cheeseburger, option number 2, here is your reading. First 6 tarot cards to kind of identify who you are, where you are in your life right now. And then we'll get to the messages from God. And I'm not talking about the God from the Old Testament, not the God of Abraham, the God of Moses, the God who fucked shit up. Not the God that burned Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm talking about the God who has a sense of humor. The God of love and light. The God of nonsense. The God of absurdity. 6 cards for pile 2. Uno más. As de bastos, Ace of Wands. La sacerdotisa, the High Priestess. Cinco de espadas, 5 of Swords. Caballo de espadas, Knight of Swords. Cuatro de oros, 4 of Pentacles. Dos de espadas, 2 of Swords. You're just trying to keep your booty cool. You're trying to maintain some semblance of sanity in an insane fuck-ass world. I can relate. Totally. Literally. Indubitably, all day, every day. Shit's crazy. So there could be someone who's fucking with your peace of mind. This person, if you have this person, I don't know, someone could be playing the whole hot and cold game with you. One day they're just blowing up your phone, the next they're going ghost, and it's just a head scratcher. Like, what the fuck? This person doesn't know what they want. So forget this person, if there is a person. What do you want? What do you know? What do you deem holy? What makes you feel good? Whatever makes you feel good, lean into that. Doesn't matter what the rest of the world thinks. If social media is making you crazy, then take Twitter off your phone. Take X off your phone. Facebook, whatever. I keep meaning to go to Facebook and deactivate it because I keep getting these notifications. I don't care. I don't care about it. I went back to Facebook against my finer instincts because Aaron Dowdy and some other fuckers were doing this free class that lasted for 4 weeks, a month, whatever. I didn't get any benefit from it, but I guess a lot of people did. I don't know. I went back to Facebook for that purpose, so I need to take my Facebook down. I'm back at Twitter. I don't have any followers. I'm only following Elon Musk. So I've been blogging again after not blogging for years. I've been blogging at Chupacabra Disco. But whatever's driving you crazy, just cut it out of your life. If someone's driving you crazy, if someone's showing you hot and cold behavior, well then cut them out of your life. Do whatever feels good. For me, it's going to Audacity and making sick, fat beats. I've got a mixing console on the way from Temu. I'm going to be Rick Rubin when I grow up. I'm going to be a music producer. And I'm going to be David Lynch. I fuck around at Canva. I get the free video footage and I make these experimental little films at various YouTube channels. Chupacabra Cinema, Cougar Ketchup, Cult Yoga, Evidence Press, etc. What does God want you to know right now? Oops. I'm going to have to use my foot to get that card. It's going to be all gross. It went under the thing. Okay. I need to clean the floor. Don't fall off. Okay. How not to read tarot on YouTube. There's a protocol. There's a way to do it. Yeah, there's a way to read tarot on YouTube. Okay. All right. Lyrical Oracle. I guess this is our last goodbye, and you don't care, so I won't cry. But you'll be sorry when I'm dead, and all this guilt will be on your head. I Can't Stand Losing You, The Police. Sting, the lead singer of The Police, he has Sun in Libra. Okay. Geese, protection, defense, your guardian angel from the Elder Futhark, the runes. My ex has a YouTube channel, Runecast. We've done a few collabs at his channel. He's up to 115 subscribers. He hasn't been updating on a regular basis. Okay. 777 equals 21 equals 3 equals Jupiter, Sagittarius, mutable fire. I didn't call out a possible astro combo, did I, for those who chose the cheeseburger pile 2? If you chose pile 2, you could have Sun in Sagittarius, Aries rising, Moon in Gemini. That's one possibility of many. But what does God want you to know? It's impossible to shuffle this deck. It's too thick. It's too thick, she said. I'm 50, but I pretend like I'm 12. Moon in the 12th house, divine union or death. If you have moon in the 12th house is the house of Pisces, you probably are deeply romantic and you don't do booty calls. We aren't all here to get married and make babies. Truth. The status quo ain't for everyone. What? Don't imagine you're lacking something when you aren't. There's no point in doing this. You rarely are seriously lacking anything. And on a spiritual level, you never lack anything. You're always abundant. TG. Who the fuck is TG? I don't recall making this deck. It must have been a million years ago. TG. TG Shepherd. T.G. Shepherd had a few hits in the 80s. He was a country singer. I know that T.G. Shepherd wouldn't have said something. He didn't write any books to my knowledge. He just sang a few songs that topped the charts in the 80s. Neville Goddard is NG. Who's that fucker that gets all the press? Eckhart Tolle, E.T. Who is T.G.? TG knows what the fuck is up. I mean, you're not lacking a damn thing. You got it all. You got it sewn up. You know, there has to be some delusion in wellness. You have to kind of put on blinders and block out all the shit falling apart, burning around you. If you're locked into the so-called matrix, if you're watching CNN, Fox News, you're paying attention, you're going on all these rabbit holes, all I can say is good luck. You gotta treat yourself to the occasional mental margarita. You gotta keep your booty cool. You have to go on and be crazy. Being crazy is like God. That's a loose Jimi Hendrix quote. Jimi Hendrix had Sun in Sagittarius. I think he had Moon in Sagittarius as well. Same as my maternal grandfather, double Sagittarius. You have to laugh. You have to laugh at the absurdity. If you get stuck in this box and you take yourself and your life too seriously and it's all doom and gloom and you're in despair. I mean, I've been there numerous times, but you're going to sink and you're going to sink. So do whatever feeds your soul. Other people can say it's crazy. You can fuck around with music production like Audacity. You can wear party city wigs and go on can. Start an OnlyFans. You don't have to be sexy to do OnlyFans. You have to be delusional. I mean, I heard somewhere, I don't know if this is a true statistic or not, fuck, I don't know. I heard that the average person at OnlyFans makes less money than people make at McDonald's. But to be blunt, do you want to make cheeseburgers or do you want to make strangers come? We all have choices in life. You know, it's whatever you can do, whatever you can dance to. That's all I've got for pile 2. I hope that helps, entertains, educates, elucidates. I am always available for private readings. All the info's in the box. Don't join my Patreon. I've lost about 6 patrons in the past week, so my Patreon sucks. Peace out. K-Paso Pile 3, the Korean cheese dog, or the Korean hot dog, the Korean corn dog, the Korean snack on a stick. I've never had one. I've watched people eat these things at YouTube. They look really exciting. The strings of cheese and all of that. I've not found any of these Korean corn dogs in San Antonio, but I live for the day that I can enjoy a Korean corn dog. So before I get to the messages from God, 6 tarot cards, and by God, I don't mean the God of the Old Testament. I don't mean the God who asks for sacrifices and fucks shit up. I mean the God who has a sense of humor. I'm blocking my crown chakra with this wig, so, you know, grain of salt, heavy emphasis at this channel on entertainment purposes. I am not a priestess, I'm not an empress of anything, I'm not a goddess, I'm just a basic bitch from the North Texas sticks, shuffling some cards on YouTube like a lot of other fuckers. Uno más. Dos de bastos, 2 of wands. As de oros, Ace of Pentacles. Seis de espadas, 6 of swords. Diez de espadas, 10 of swords. Maybe de espadas, 9 of swords. Go to the Coat of Sword of Cups. Okay, you're feeling like life continues to fuck you up the ass without any lube, not even a dab of Vaseline. You're feeling fucked, distressed, cheated, defeated. You're feeling like a rodeo clown whose wig just fell off and you got gored by the bull. And everyone's watching you. I mean, you're there bleeding in the dirt in this fucking rodeo arena, and people are just eating Cracker Jacks or popcorn or peanuts, or they're drinking Coke or some fucking shit. They're watching you. They're munching food. They're drinking, and they're looking down at you as you're writhing in agony. Take a picture, motherfucker, it lasts longer. Okay. No one's helping you out. You may feel like God is blind and deaf. I had a moment. I've had a few moments. Oh God, this is fucked up. I had a moment in January 1999. I felt like God was blind and deaf. He didn't care about me. My calls were not going through. God was not picking up the phone. So I drank some bottom shelf wine, Behringer, washed down a few Benadryls with Behringer and vodka. I was listening to Billie Holiday in the dark. I was wailing along with Billie Holiday, singing my heart out, and then I was screaming at God, sobbing. trigger warning. I looked for my stepdad's pistol. I couldn't find it, so I didn't die. But it was a really low moment. It was a dark night of the soul. I've had a few of those. I was very much in the Nine of Swords. And I've told this story numerous times. The next morning, my mom took me to see a therapist, and I was sitting there in the lobby waiting to see the therapist, and I saw a Vanity Fair magazine. And there was a picture in that magazine of a wedding cake made out of brightly colored cupcakes. I looked around, no one was watching. I ripped the page out of the magazine, folded it up, put it in my purse. And I probably used it later in a collage. It was a kind of vision board. Something I wanted to manifest. Now, there was no love in sight. I didn't have a boyfriend. I was very much alone. But I thought maybe someday some man will love me enough to marry my depressed ass. Got my first computer with an internet connection. It was a dial-up in January 2000. And I found this guy online. He found me, we found each other. He was in New York. I was in Texas. We started corresponding. And we got married on a mountain. They call it a mountain. It's really a hill. Mount Bunnell, Austin, Texas. December 29th, 2000. So dreams can come true. It can happen for you if you're young at heart. Oh hell, I give up. Not on life, but on this wig. I can't just tear it off. It would dispel the illusion. But this is really not good. If I was on OnlyFans in this state, I would be making pocket change if I was lucky. Oh my God. What does God want to tell you? Okay, a possible astral combo for those who chose pile 3. You could have Sun in Gemini, Scorpio rising, Moon in Cancer. And if you are going through it, I don't take this lightly, but it is a pick a card reading. I've had the same toll-free number at the bottom of every description box for a while now. It's been years, and I have this toll-free number. If you're really in pain, if you need help, I'm very fortunate because I have a strong support system. Not everyone has that. I watch the videos sometimes at Soft Quiet Underbelly, and it's very humbling and heartbreaking. What has saved me, what has kept me on this planet all these years is not any drug. Lithium, Prozac, Celexa, Wellbutrin. It's not any conceivable God. What has kept me on this planet is creating like my ass is on fire. And when things aren't going the way I think they need to go, like lately, I just concede defeat. Okay, I've lost 6 patrons. No client readings. No redbubble sales. I email people, no response. My email, my Gmail is a dead zone. Haven't had sex in a few years. I could sit here for hours and just list all the things that are not satisfactory in my life right now. What do I have? I have a strong support system, and I have books, and I write, and I create art, and I create music, and when I get really lonely, I reach for a book, like the book I'm reading right now by Delicious Tacos. I did a video talking about this book, reading an excerpt a few hours ago. Pseudonym, he has books at Amazon. He has a blog. When I find these books by Delicious Tacos, Charles Bukowski, Joe Pachinko, I feel like I have a friend. I feel less alone. I feel alive. I'm laughing out loud, and I feel alive. Messages from God for pile 3. Serious communication. So this is the Mercury glyph combined with Saturn, the Saturn glyph. I have this in my natal chart. Mercury at 14 Pisces, tightly squaring my Saturn at 13 Gemini in the 10th. When you have something like that, Mercury squares Saturn, especially I would say when Saturn's in Capricorn or in the 10th house, the house of Capricorn, you want serious communication, and you want to fuck with people who do have integrity with their word. If people are flaky, they're not going to last long in your life. You can't deal with flakes. You have a very low tolerance for flaky people, people who just don't show up, and their communication is just whatever. You know, people who have the attention span of gnats, people that you can't have an in-depth conversation with. If you have Mercury, Saturn in your natal chart, you require deep or serious communication. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 6, that's Venus, which rules Taurus and Libra. Your perfect partner, your ideal person, your optimal person, if you've not found this person yet, they could have Mercury in Libra or Taurus. But this is someone you're going to have good Mercury synastry with. I've said it numerous times at this channel. Eventually I want to write a book on the importance of Mercury and the moon in synastry. Mercury is our sense of humor. It's our mind, our intellect. It's how we communicate, how we process and articulate information. So I would say for most of us, ideally you want someone long-term you have good Mercury synastry with. You have to be able to communicate, or, I mean, what do you have? Okay. Venus plus Pluto. It's deep, it's intense, I want this. So you could have Venus, Pluto in your natal chart or in synastry with your ideal person. 1, 1, 1, 3, Jupiter, Sagittarius, Wheel of Fortune. Bring me a higher love. Love that feels good, love that makes you feel alive. Idealistic love, not cheap, not shallow. But it grieves my heart, love, to see you trying to be a part of a world that just don't exist. It's all just a dream, babe, a vacuum, a scheme, babe, that sucks you into feeling like this. To Ramona, Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan's a Gemini. So I have a book at Amazon in its second printing, shameless plug, bullshit rodeo. I wrote the rough draft in a fever dream the summer of 2010 after spending a week with the man I deem a soulmate in California. We were friends for years. And then I tried to seduce him that week in June 2010. I tried to take our friendship to the next level, and he wasn't ready for it. We had a very intense connection. We had Pluto conjunct Moon. His Pluto in Virgo conjunct my Moon in Virgo. Anyway, before flying into California, we had talked on the phone for hours. We had sent books to each other in the mail. We had emailed, snail mailed each other. I had probably sent him links to various videos at YouTube, songs that reminded him of me. Anyway, this one night at his place in a cabin on a mountain in Ben Lomond, California, near Santa Cruz, he sat me down at his computer. Oh my God. And he said, "This song reminds me of you." And he played To Ramona by Bob Dylan. And he played Brass Buttons by Graham Parsons for me on the piano. And it was magical. And I tried to capture the magic and bullshit rodeo. Joe Pachinko, wherever you are, he drank himself to death in a San Francisco motel room, July 2017. He had Sun and Mercury in Leo, Venus in Virgo, Mars and Moon in Gemini, Taurus rising. Jesus. Okay. Moon in the 7th house, shopping sprees and luxury all the way. So the 7th house, that's the house of Libra. So in Texas, whenever a woman is struggling or she's not feeling that great, you need some self-care. And the self-care is going to the salon, getting your hair and nails done, getting spa treatment, going shopping. That stuff has its place. It can be fun, you know, getting the hair and nails done. If you can't go to Fantastic Sam's every week, you can get Party City wigs. You can bust out the flat iron, whatever floats your boat. Find your lost remote. I'll probably delete this because this is horrible. Okay. Alright, here we go. But for me, that I have Moon in Virgo in the 1st house. You got to pay attention to your moon. Where is your moon? How do you feed yourself? How do you feed your soul? For me, self-care is breathing in and out. I like to do Mary Kate's guided meditations. And I like to make my own meditations. I've been getting more subscribers lately at Cult Yoga. I've been making these meditation videos. Not guided, just the music. Connecting with Source, whatever that means for you. If it makes you feel better to shuffle tarot cards and fondle crystals, then do that. If it makes you feel better clutching a strand of mala beads, counting the beads, doing the mantras, you know. You can get 5 below lights. I have 2, battery operated. So I turn off the light in the bathroom every night. I put on the 5 below lights, and I just soak in a tub of bubbles, and I breathe in and I breathe out and pretend like I'm a mermaid. I mean, not literally, but I just soak in the tub of bubbles and it just feels good. And I get a lot of sleep, and I read books and I write books, and I play with my son's keyboard, and I play with my out-of-tune electric guitar. I strum it. I don't know any chords, but I strum it anyway. I can't sing. I sing anyway. I go on cam and I talk to people I can't see, and that gets me through. Yeah. So if you feel alone, know that you aren't. Feels real. When you feel alone, it feels pretty fucking real. But find your connection to source, whatever that means for you. That's what I have for pile 3. Thanks for watching. Peace out. And if you chose the salad, pile number 4. 6 tarot cards, and then I'll get into the messages from God. 6 tarot cards for pile number 4. And when I say God, I don't mean the God of the Old Testament. I don't mean the angry, vengeful, ridiculous God. I mean the God of laughter. I mean the God who has a sense of humor. Siete de Bastos, 7 of Wands. El Ermitaño, the Hermit. Diez de Copas, 10 of Cups. Cinco de Bastos, 5 of Wands. Cuatro de Espadas, 4 of Swords. And El Carro, Chariot. I can't tell you anything. I don't feel like you're struggling right now. You're taking care of yourself. You're very smart and clean with your boundaries. You're just watching this because you're bored or you're entertained somehow by my videos. I don't know. You're curious, you're bored, entertainment purposes, but I don't see you struggling just going by these 6 cards. You're in a pretty good place. If someone's being an asshole, you shut them out of your life. You cut them out of your life. You don't tolerate any amount of abuse. You've done the hard work. You crossed your T's, dotted your I's, eaten your peas and carrots. You take care of yourself. You've created an acceptable life for yourself. You could be having the best sex of your life. You could be in a really good relationship. You could be experiencing mutuality, reciprocity. If you chose pile 4, possible astro combo, you could have Sun in Virgo, Aquarius rising, Moon in Cancer. That's one possibility of many. Now for the messages from God. I may delete this video. If I upload this video, if I publish this to YouTube, God wants you to see this. Okay. Drink more water. Well, you're already doing that. You're drinking all the water you need to drink. You probably aren't drinking beer. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to lose weight, so I had 4 tacos with flour tortillas. And that's my second beer. My last beer. After this, I'm going to make black coffee and a smoothie. Um, I've tried everything. I've spent thousands of dollars on cookbooks, smoothie books, raw vegan books at Amazon. I've done keto, I've done raw vegan, I've fasted, I've done the snake juice diet. I made a video years ago when I was deep into the snake juice thing. I made a video of myself drinking my own piss at one of my channels. There are books on how it's good to drink your own piss. It's better when your piss is clean. You're not... Anyway, I won't get into all that. That's gross. That's horrifying to a lot of people. I get it. I tried it the one time. I've not drank my piss since. But I've tried everything. I'm not really trying to lose weight, but I'm conscious of the fact that, whatever, it's boring to talk about. My therapist said not to see you no more. She said you're like a disease without any cure. She said I'm so obsessed that I'm becoming a bore. Oh no. Oh, you think you're so pretty, James Lade. This bed is on fire with passion and love. The neighbors complain about the noises above, but she only comes when she's on top. ESTJ, you need to listen to me, because I know what is up. One of the more annoying MBTI types, a lot of this going around in my family in Texas. I can take ESTJs, I can take that energy in very small doses. I'm an INFP. I think. The jury's still out. Oh, I got my jury summons. And I thought, oh fuck. And you can go online and take the questionnaire. I thought, okay, I know how to get out of this. I'll tell them the truth. What's your job? What's your occupation? And I put artist, tarot reader, astrologer, author. Employer, YouTube. Pretty sure I'll be dismissed. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. Absorbent and yellow and porous is he? SpongeBob SquarePants. If nautical nonsense be something you wish, SpongeBob SquarePants. Then drop on the deck and flop like a fish. It's a mouthful. It's a mouthful, she said. Eat a nectarine. Speaking of mouthful, I love organic nectarines. My favorite fruit on this planet, the nectarine. But it has to be organic. And it has to be yellow flesh, not the white flesh. Not racist, not prejudiced, but yellow flesh. I prefer yellow flesh nectarines. I can't with the white flesh nectarines. They're terrible. There's no comparison. Virgo, Capricorn, intelligence, respect, power couple. You would think that Jay-Z and Beyonce are this, but they're not. Beyonce is Virgo, Jay-Z Sagittarius. Yeah, by all accounts, I mean, what I've read, Virgo, Capricorn, that's a really serious, good, substantial couple. So what is God telling you? God is telling you that you're on the right path, you're on the right track. Keep drinking water, keep eating salad, nectarines. People are learning from your example. So maybe you have a YouTube channel, maybe you're a Reiki master, maybe you have your doctorate in psychology. Maybe you're on a healing journey. You've healed yourself, now you're healing other people. So yeah, that's what I have for pile 4, and that concludes this pick a card reading. Thank you all so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. Salute from San Antonio.